City series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Doran Becker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree.
What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M Checks. I got the 2025 Tokyo 5s releasing Saturday, September 27th. So as usual, we're going to take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. I'm going to put these on and step around them so y'all can see how they look on feet. I also have the original Tokyo 5s from 2011, so I'll be discussing all the differences between the two. After that, I'm going to share my opinion on these, and then I'm going to talk about release predictions, reselling predictions, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. Yellow on these is a lot heavier than it is on the originals. I want to say these may have faded a little bit over time, but these are still darker than the originals ever were. The suede texture is cool though, it's just a heavier shade. This part right here is yellow instead of gray like it is on the original. And then you got a little bit more like under the lace lock. You can see there's some right here, whereas on the 2011 pair, it's just gray. Lace locks are gray with a black Jumpman. The originals are gray as well, but don't have a Jumpman. I don't know why. And of course, these have that 3M tongue. Couple glue stains down here where the upper meets the midsole. That's nothing unusual. Even the original pair had that a little bit somewhere. Yeah, you see a little bit right there. But if you didn't already know, you probably could have assumed, knowing how Jordan 5s often have a 23 on the side, that this is the Japanese character for the number 23. If you look at it next to the original pair, the embroidery looks slightly thinner on the new ones. The character itself might actually be a little smaller too. Either that or these having a slightly higher cut right here in comparison to these. See how like this goes up a little higher? That just may be making this appear a little smaller, but I think it really is. Either way, it's not that big a difference. Like the original, these come with an extra pair of white laces. Now I'm gonna get these out of the way so we can see the rest of this inner side. Now, this pair specifically came from Japan, and Japan releases usually, if not always, come with this handling instructions tag. Now if you get these in America or anywhere else outside of Asia, they will not come with this, but the original pair only being released in Tokyo all came with that tag, so I felt like it was only right to get my 2025 Tokyos from Tokyo as well, so they got the same tag. Jumpman on the back. I'm so glad they did not put fucking Nike Air on the back of these. You know, I like the Nike Air, you know, when it needs to be there, but for a shoe like this, that's a re-release of this that has the Jumpman on the back, give me the Jumpman. Now, if you haven't noticed, the 2025 pair is cut higher. This box is a little bit higher than this one though, so it's actually doing it some justice, but if I put them on the same box, you can still see that this is definitely a higher shoe, and this part right here is cut higher. Dark gray interior. He's got the same insoles the originals have. I took them out, the shoes, and put them together so y'all can see how they make a 23. And then it says TY with the Jumpman. Tokyo 23 Special District. Translucent outsole really blends in with the gray here. Got a Jumpman here. And these have the yellow toe on them like we saw earlier. Just like the OVO sample pair. The originals got the black toe. These come in the same exact OG inspired box. The Fire Red just came in. Those in the grapes. With the plastic on the inside and the divider. And here's the box label. Air Jordan 5 Retro in Varsity Maize, Black, Wolf Gray, and Anthracite. Here's a quick all around view of the shoe. Alright, now see they look on feet.
If I can get another pair, then I'ma cop them twice. I wear my Tokyo, she on me cause she know the price. That's really crazy, I ain't never lied. These bitches loose just like my laces, shit just never tied. The first pair I ever had was the Jordan 9. And I don't even wear Supreme, but I still got the 5s. I got some heat in my collection.
So in comparison to the original pair from 2011, the 2025 Tokyo 5s have a darker shade of yellow. Yellow on the toe here instead of black. Yellow right here and here as opposed to gray. A higher cut here on the back part, and a Jumpman added to the lace locks. I think they did a good job on these. While the yellow is significantly darker, I'm not mad at it because I feel like this will be a little easier to match. Like even looking at this shirt that I got on, like this matches, but this definitely matches better. I could have done without the yellow on the toe and the extra stuff right here, but it's not a big deal. I just don't think they needed to add any extra yellow. I mean, the whole entire upper is yellow. I get why they put it on the toe because of the samples, but I just think the all black looks better. But let me know what y'all think. I'm cool with the higher cut on the back. I honestly don't really have a preference on that. I think it looks nice. I'm probably just used to it being a little lower the way it is on these, but I'm cool with either one. But overall, they look good. All the differences are like respectable, I guess I could say. Like there's not really any dumb or unnecessary additions or changes that are major, at least. We knew these weren't going to be identical to the originals, and as a person who has these, I'm okay with that. I really didn't want these to re-release, to be honest. Y'all know how it feels when a shoe you already have is coming out again, especially something like these. I mean, I knew it was bound to happen eventually because nothing is safe from a re-release. And plus they're 5, so it's not like I'd be able to wear these forever anyway. Luckily, I can still fit them, which is crazy because any other silhouette besides 5s or 6s, there's no way I'm fucking with 8.5. Yeah, at some point this midsole is going to crumble. So on the bright side, I would be able to use the new pair for a sole swap if I wanted to once that happens. But besides for that reason, I was not happy to hear that these were coming out again. And like I said, I knew it was going to happen eventually. Every shoe that we have is going to re-release at some point. Everyone. Any shoe that we had to pay a lot of money to get are bound to get a retro eventually and may be available to other people now for a fraction of the price that you paid for them before the retro. This is not the first time this has happened to me with a pair. I know that's just how this shit goes. But I think it's bothering me a little bit more for these because now I don't know if one of my favorite bars from one of my favorite songs by me is going to hit the same anymore. If you haven't heard my song All the Jordans yet, do us both a favor and tap that little link up there and go check it out. If you like Jordans and appreciate good rap music, you will not be disappointed. But yeah, in the song I say, I wear my Tokyo, she's on me cause she know the price.
I wear my Tokyo, she on me cause she know the price.
You know, suggesting that shorty's on me because she see I got the Tokyos on and she knows the value of them. And so now that these are re-releasing, I did hear that they're going to be a limited release. I don't know how limited exactly, but either way, I know these are not going to resell for anything crazy like the originals, you know. Like, they're going to do a little something, but like I said, nothing like these. So now I feel like the bar is not really going to hit the same anymore. You feel me? Like, saying that she's on me because I'm wearing a shoe that goes for like $400 like doesn't really sound nearly as fire, you know, just doesn't hit the same. So I think that's what really might be making it worse for me. Once I've acquired a shoe, I usually don't really care what it resells for after that, but in this case I actually do for that reason. But no matter what these end up going for, a real one's gonna know what that bar means. But is that another sign I need to do another sneaker song? I kind of felt like All the Jordans and Kicks were both timeless songs, and I didn't want to overdo the whole sneaker songs thing. I did both of those and Dead Stock. That's actually 3 sneaker songs. So, you know, after doing 3, I said I was gonna lay off the sneaker songs, but I don't know. Maybe I need to do another one eventually. Trends are going to change, and you know, maybe not every bar is going to hit the same way over time. So please leave me a comment, let me know how you feel about that. I know it's not the typical question I ask on here, but I really value you guys' feedback more than a lot of other people. So please let me know if you think I should do another sneaker song eventually, or just leave it alone because I've already done 3 of them. And also leave me a comment, let me know how you feel about these and which release you like better, 2011 or 2025. Like I said before, I heard this is going to be a limited release, and so I'm sure they're going to sell out. I see they're loaded on the sneakers app already, but a lot of other major retailers are not going to be getting these, so I'm sure it'll be pretty tough to touch them for retail. So if you want these, I'm wishing you the best of luck in getting your size. Given the wider availability compared to the last release and them not being a Japan exclusive this time, I know they're not going to do what the originals did. However, they're still going to resell at a price that'll definitely be worth it for resellers in every size. I'm not sure if they'll be a good hold or not. That really depends on how many pairs they make, which I'm not sure about. But just to play it safe, if you can make a good 150-ish on these out the gate, or even if it gets down to like 100 in profit, I would not take the risk holding them. It could be rewarding, but I doubt it'll be worth it. Remember, it's not 2011 anymore, and if you can make a quick $100 off these right out the gate, then I think you should just do it instead of taking the risk on holding them and all that. Like, get your money and keep it moving. But if this was helpful in any way or taught you anything, I really appreciate if you like the video. If you're interested in more early reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Once you're subscribed, make sure you tap that little bell icon where the subscribe button was and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you get notified and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.